if this series is called Trends, this shoe has a slight, downwards. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. Welcome to the second episode of this series, which still doesn't really have a name. Big letdowns and huge surprises. I don't know how to call it. Trends. Someone suggested retrospectives. It's still in the air. We have to decide the name for it, but essentially I'm going through pairs that I already reviewed on the channel, did a first impression review, sometimes even a follow-up review, and I'm giving you my assessment after a few months, almost a year for one of them now. And yeah, sometimes pairs are working fine when you first try them on for like 100Ks, and then they start to disappoint you more and more, and sometimes it goes the other way around. A pair is actually, less than what you expected or even bad, and with time it grows on you. So this is the idea here. If you missed the first episode, go check it out. I created a playlist in the various playlists on the channel. One of them is dedicated to this series, so go check out the first episode. And today, in this episode, we have the Hoka Mach 4, the Asics Novablast 2, and the Skechers Max Road 5. Three, I think, very popular shoes, very interesting shoes, and three shoes for which I had quite a positive opinion, if not a very positive opinion, during my first video. So let's see if this changed. Let's go into the shoes, and let's start with Asics Novablast 2. So this is the most recent out of the three, and I was, let's say, quite pleased with the shoe during my first impression review, and I would say that this shoe, it grew on me. It really grew on me. I am taking it out quite easily, for easy runs, endurance runs. It's a shoe that I take out of the box quite easily, and I think this means a lot. The higher drop, 8mm compared to some other shoes, helps for that because it doesn't require too much action from the calves, and it's good for easy runs, I think. So I'm enjoying the shoe quite a lot. One thing though that I would have maybe said, or I would have needed to say in my first video, is that it runs a bit big, so maybe half a size down would have been better on it. Not a big deal, but still, if you're still considering it during the end of the year holiday deals, it's a shoe that I recommend, and I recommend you go check out the link to Top 4 Running, our EU partner. You can use the discount code, and they have discounts for holidays, so that accumulates, and maybe you can find a nice pair of shoes. In any event, should I buy it again? First of all, yes, I would buy it again, although this one was gifted to me, but I would buy a pair for sure, and maybe I would go half a size down. Other than that, frankly, I'm really satisfied with it, and the outsole wear, which was my biggest concern during my first video, isn't that bad. It's actually even on the good side. I have maybe just a bit more than 100 kilometers on it, 110, so it's still a fresh pair, but it really grew on me, and I think that's something that was good to share with you. Second pair, let's go back in time with the order in which they arrived. Skechers Max Road 5. I reviewed this shoe during the summer. I had it in Switzerland during my altitude camp this summer, and it was a very nice surprise. Did it change? Not really. It did not grow on me like the Asics did. It did not disappoint, so it's like, it stayed pretty much flat in my esteem, or in my opinion at least. It's a nice ride. It's an energetic ride. The H plate at the forefoot is still present. It still works. So that's fine. One thing though with this shoe is that it's quite wide, so I don't have a very snug fit in the forefoot, but that was already the case in the first video. And it has a rocker that sometimes takes you a bit out of your control of the run, so the rocker acts a bit on your behalf. Sometimes it's annoying for me, and sometimes I just don't mind, and I'm actually in control of the shoe. But you know, I think it's a shoe that it's a bit like the Invincible from the first episode. You don't really control the pace, and as soon as you increase the pace, it asks you to go faster and faster, which is not bad. Some runs are made for this, but it's less an easy day shoe than what I was thinking. And yeah, but still, very good surprise, and it remains a solid choice in my shoes. I wouldn't call it a shoe rotation because it's not in my rotation at the moment, but in the shoe options that I have here in the Pain Cave, it's one of the solid options. And last but not least, one of the very first shoes actually that I reviewed on the channel, the Hoka Mach 4. It was a nice surprise as well. Now, this one is maybe the one out of the three that went down a bit, just a bit. First of all, I think I'm a bit disappointed with the outsole wear that is a bit higher than, you know, what I think it should be, given it has like, you know, 160 kilometers, 165 I think. So not much, but still the outsole wear is a bit higher than what it should be at this point. And sometimes I would like this shoe to run a bit different, which is awkward to say because it is as it is, but sometimes I'm taking it out, and I did that 2 weeks ago, and the ride wasn't exactly as I remembered. I was a bit disappointed. I had some hot sensations on the medial side of my foot, which I already had with this shoe in the past, in March I think, when I did my first video with it. The ride is still very nice. It still runs quite light, especially for that stack height. It's a light shoe. And overall, it's a good shoe for 2021. I'm still on that side of things. I still believe it's a very good shoe, but for some reason, and it's also because I'm comparing it with the other two that sort of stayed as good surprises, or even grew on me, like the Novablast 2. This one did not, and it did not really disappoint, but maybe it went a bit down. If this series is called Trends, this shoe has a slight, you know, downwards type of trend. But still, I am very happy to still have it, and I'm going to use it, I think, at least maybe, you know, a couple times before Mach 5 or the rumored Mach X, Mach Supersonic, whatever it's called, releases Q1 2022. Let's see. I'm happy to have it. We'll compare it with the new Max that will release. But yeah, I think it was good to sort of give you my impressions after a long period of time, having these shoes, using them from time to time, among the multiple shoes that I'm very lucky to have here and test and review. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trends, or big letdowns and nice surprises, whatever the series is called. Go in the comments, suggest a name. That's also very welcome. If you enjoyed the content, the video, give this video a like. It really helps the video, it really helps the channel, and we're growing, which is amazing, and that's thanks to your help. So give the video a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and most importantly, enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, go beyond your limits, and take care. I'll see you in the next one, which I think will be a nice review. You'll see. Bye-bye.